Diversity is what keeps our community and our culture intact. It is what makes our minds grow and our hearts fill. Without it, I believe we would live in a stagnant world of sameness and monotony. This photographic essay will give you more insight into how diversity keeps our communities growing and caring by discussing the layers of diversity which make up our community. These layers being people, positions in our socioeconomic standings, and diverse perspectives. Crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around. The first image depicts the diversity between the people of Victoria. In this photo, you will see women, men, and children with varying ethnicities, occupations, and perspectives standing at the bus stop. All of these people make up our community and add to its culture with their individual perspectives, traits, and ideas. The second layer of diversity in our community is the diversity within our occupations. Our socioeconomic status is what maintains our economy today. We have business people, laborers, students, and homeless. Although these positions have embedded social ranks, we tend to forget how each person and position is valuable and maintains our system. For example, the construction workers build the roads and the buildings which support the businessmen and the students. The businessmen create more work for the students so that the students can continue the system in this economy. The ever-booming economy leads to an ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, a decrease in affordable housing supply, a decrease in services, supports, and social assistance, and discrimination, which in turn lead to financial struggles and homelessness. There is a connection here. The diversity in occupation is supporting the economic system, our community, and our culture. These occupations are all interacting and affecting each other in either a positive or negative way, depending on how you look at it. Not one of these statuses is less important than the other, as they all support the other's existence. But where do I fit in this? What do I do for my community? Do I question my society? Am I an advocate for change? How connected am I to the world around me? When I answered these questions, what troubled me most was that I only felt connected to the people and places I chose to be connected to. I forgot about the other communities around me. I know I play a specific role in my smaller groups, my friendships, my classroom, my family, and my occupation. However, I was unaware of what role I played in my larger community. Have I simply not stopped to look at or care about the groups outside my own? I took action. I've started handing out coffee to the homeless in the mornings. This was at first a scary endeavor. However, I went outside my comfort zone and embraced a different community and culture. I realized how I could positively affect my community by changing my own perspectives. I have begun to understand and connect with these people, and I'm learning the true sense of community. A community is a sense of belonging, caring, and understanding. It's a place where we can feel connected and a part of something larger than ourselves. The question is, how does our culture affect this community? Our culture at the moment is not one that helps practice my idea of community. Our culture is heavily based on iPods, cell phones, computers, online games, and chat lines, as well as getting ahead and making it in the rat race. It has created somewhat of a disconnect from our direct community, the one which we physically interact with. Although these technologies are increasing a certain sense of community by making us feel part of a group and more connected to our friends and family, they are also making us lose emotional connections with the people outside that realm. Whatever happened to talking on the bus or saying hello on the streets? Our culture continually has us competing against each other to see who can be the best, the biggest, or the richest. Our culture is contributing to the loss of community spirit, which was once found in our communities and our neighborhoods. I believe we are so far removed from each other that we cannot understand or connect with each other anymore. Therefore, we estrange ourselves from one another rather than interact. What we do not realize is that we are interacting without even knowing it. Going back to our socioeconomic status, or our place within the workforce, we are all interacting to a degree. Our interactions, conscious or not, are what is taking a community and turning it into a city. We need to do the opposite. We need to take a city and turn it into a community. How? By stepping out of our bubbles to find what connects us, and by embracing our diversity over sameness. This is the process that brings us closer, that gives us a world of shared values, and which immerses us in feeling part of a meaningful community.
And if you came here to tell me that you're so